What's going on, you guys? You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, living Hollywood home on a budget. If you're like me, you're probably having this emotion right now, knowing that summer vacation will be over in 24 hours. Let's dry those tears, Sally, because I have a fun and educational way, but fun being most important, to get you excited for back to school. It's Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader in a condensed board game version. Can you make the grade? I am sure of that when it comes to pop culture and celebrities. Everything else, I consider hit or miss. I got it for $2.99. It's from Hasbro Gaming, and it's based upon the hit TV show on Fox with Jeff Foxworthy as the host, and it will be celebrating its 10th anniversary later this month. Here's a quick rundown and review of Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader from TTPM Toy Reviews here on YouTube.
In this game, players are quizzed on knowledge learned in 1st through 5th grade and must answer 11 test questions correctly to prove that they are indeed smarter than a 5th grader. The first player to reach $1 million wins. To play, one player picks a card from any grade category and reads the question aloud. All players write down an answer on their own piece of paper without showing anyone. If the card reader knows the answer, he can say it, and if he's correct, he moves his pawn to the next money space on the money game board. If the card reader needs some help, he can peek or copy another player's answer. Read the instructions carefully when it comes to peeking and copying because scoring it can get a little complicated. So here's a basic rundown. With peeking, you can choose to use the other player's answer or not. And with copying, you must use that player's answer. If the other player's answer is correct, you move your pawn on the money game board and the other player receives a $1,000 token. If not, you don't get to move. If your answer is incorrect, you can also save yourself by choosing one player to reveal his answer. And if that player is correct, you get to move your pawn on the money game board and that player also gets a $1,000 token. Only 2 questions from each grade category can be asked, and you can keep track of that by marking the used grades with the matching color tokens on the grades game board. If a player successfully answers the $1 million question, he wins. But if he gets it wrong, or if no one reaches the $1 million question space after all the grade categories have been used, the game still ends and all players add the dollar amount shown under their pawn to any $1,000 tokens they collected. The player with the most money wins. The questions in this game are appropriately challenging for kids and adults, which makes this a nice game for the whole family to play. It's for 2 to 4 players ages 8 and up.
Let's open up the game board and see what we have. So we have the objective of the game and the contents. 300 question cards, a card reader sleeve, 2 game boards, 4 pawns, 10 grade markers, 12 cheat tokens, $12,000 tokens, and a card tray. The objective is to try and answer grade school questions correctly to earn money. The player with the most money at the end of the game wins. For 2 to 4 players ages 8 and up. All the contents are here now. This was a mess when I first opened it up, and I had to do a lot of organization to get this presentable for you guys. So I don't know if all of the question cards are there and present and accounted for. We'll just assume that they are, but they look a little bit empty and missing. Plus, it's going to be a real pain in the behind to try and flip this over to show you the back side. Pretty sad I messed up everything there. School is back in session. Play the game that pits players against each other for ultimate bragging rights. All you have to do is claim victory and answer 11 questions that the average 5th grader knows. Sounds like child's play, but would you know, or would you need to cheat off a class grade to answer correctly? Win the most money tokens by correctly answering questions based on material from actual grade school curriculums. You could win big or have to admit, I am not smarter than a 5th grader. And that's that for the Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader board game. This TV show was so popular, other versions of this game were instituted in high schools, middle schools, even colleges, all across the country, even on the internet. It just goes to show you the power of a simple concept. Adults going up against grade schoolers to try and figure out what they might have missed from their days in middle school and high school. I mean middle school, because 5th grade is in middle school. I remember my time in 5th grade. A lot of problems. Anyway, thanks for watching the Thrift Store Rundown, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Best of luck to everybody who's entering the 5th grade this year, and every other grade to follow. I'd like to see some 5th graders go up against me in a pop culture trivia challenge. I can be smarter than a 5th grader.